Check it out, people. You're tuned into KillaKicks Live Podcast.
Yo, what up? It's your boy DJ Delz, the sneaker addict, in the place to be with my homie KillaKicks. Make sure to listen to that podcast. Let's rock.
So what's up, everybody? Thank you for tuning in. And on the phone, we have DJ Delz. What's up?
What's good? What's good?
What's good, man? Listen, man, pleasure to have you on the phone, man. And, let's get right to it, man. Like, you're definitely, one of the big names in YouTube. But I always like to take it to the beginning, like before the YouTube. So, like, tell me a little bit about, like, how you got into, like, the whole, like, buying shoes, and how did you find out that there was, like, a culture, like, behind this?
Well, what happened with me buying shoes is basically I started making more money, so I was able to afford more shoes. And, I'd see people around me wearing a lot of dope shit. So, that's really what happened. As far as with YouTube, I was already uploading videos, but it wasn't sneaker-related stuff. It was music-related stuff.
Okay.
And what happened was I seen Sneakgeekz, and he did a video, and I noticed there wasn't anyone that was really doing it. And I really enjoyed watching his videos, but he wasn't putting them out, like, as much as I would have liked him to put them out. So there wasn't really much content. And then I'd see, like, Jumpman Bostick, but there still wasn't a lot of people putting out videos at the time. So, I buy a new pair of kicks, and I was like, I'm going to put out a video, just show what I picked up. And I was even very humble at the beginning. I made it very clear that I don't know nothing really about sneakers as far as reviewing and technology. I'm just showing my new pickups. And then it ended up being crazy how people just really loved the videos of me showing the new pickups, to the point where I had to create my own channel. It was only right, just devoted to sneakers.
Now,
Sneaker addict.
Now, when you was doing these reviews for, like, music, like, what type of, was you a DJ, like, before this, or, like, what was your involvement, like, in the music aspect of it?
Well, I was a DJ. I was DJing in the clubs in the city, New York City. And on top of that, I was doing a lot of mixtapes. And I was working with artists on the side, I worked from artists from, people at Bad Boy to people, I don't like to pop exactly what artists over at Bad Boy, but I was working with artists over at Bad Boy. And then I was working with, French Montana, the Max B, to tons of different artists throughout the years. Jermaine Dupri, I was running with Jermaine Dupri for a good year and a half, 2 years.
Nice.
So,
and this was just strictly you being a DJ, or was you doing A&R, or
DJ,
like
me running around, going like to events and stuff? Just I was invited to a lot of cool events all the time, so I would always film events at my original channel, DJ Delz TV.
Okay.
So I was always at all these New York spots where like dope shit was going down,
Nice.
So that's what the videos were. A lot of just like industry stuff,
Okay.
And I just randomly decided to do a sneaker video, and started just popping. People wanted content, and there wasn't enough content out there,
Now, when you was doing these videos, did you ever think, like, man, I'm gonna blow up off of this shit, or like, was it just like
these videos was for fun, because I just thought it was like, and I thought it was fun just to show what you got, like, you're excited, you just bought a new pair of kicks. So it was kind of like, I like watching Sneakgeekz, and I liked watching like Jumpman Bostick, and I was just like, that feeling. Even like Bow Wow was doing videos, and I used to run with So Def, so I'd see him. He did a video. I remember he showed like the laser 6 rings, which were at that time, people may laugh now, but at that time, people were hype about that laser 6 ring. And if anyone disagrees, they weren't around that time. People were hype about that laser 6 ring. They actually sold for a little bit of money. Nothing like now, but back then there wasn't like a resale thing like there is now.
Right.
And,
it's just like a whole different world right now, compared to like when you was coming in.
It's a totally different world. Like back when I first started the YouTube stuff with sneakers, it was literally just sharing what you got. There wasn't no future. Like, people weren't like, I'm going to be internet famous. I was focused on my music shit, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But what happened was, as people started paying more attention to the sneaker stuff, I started just having fun with that, you know? And the music game changed so dramatically throughout the years, and I started getting such a nice audience through the sneaker stuff. I was able to kind of figure out ways to, you know, do the sneaker stuff and also be able to pay some bills at the same time. Because unfortunately, the internet kind of killed the music industry for the DJs.
Mm-hmm. Right, because now everybody could be a DJ now.
Well, to be a DJ now, you know, the clubs, they want to shortchange you most of the time, unless, you know, you DJ Khaled or you got some kind of big name. They'd rather hire a celebrity that doesn't know how to DJ because they'll bring more of a crowd in, you know?
Mm-hmm.
They're looking for people to be the promoters, not just someone that plays great records.
Right.
It's happened to a lot of DJs. You know, they've kind of just faded away or done other stuff like wedding parties, and which I'm not going to do, you know. That's not my thing. No offense to people that do that. There's a lot of money in that. It's just not my thing. I like the club scene, you know.
Now, at what point did you actually, like, decided where you started to get the reaction from, like, YouTube and you're like, damn, you know what? I'm going to really fucking stick to this shit because it's actually working for me and I enjoy it at the same time, because it's like you said, like, you have to enjoy it. And I think a lot of, you know, with the early YouTubers is that, you know, when they were doing it, you know, everybody was doing it because they enjoyed it and not because they wanted a following. And the following actually came last, you know? So, like, at what point did you actually, like, when you started seeing the numbers, like, was you like pull back, like, from that, like, oh shit, like, these, like people are actually, like, subscribing to, like, my channel, like, you know, in the hundreds, and not, you know, like, not like, no, like 400 and 500. I mean, you're talking about, like, you know, 24,000 and, you know, 33,000 and whatnot. So, like, was you kind of, like, taken back by everything?
Well, I wasn't taken back, but I was just, like, I was shocked in a funny manner. Like, I was laughing at it. Like, I can't believe that I'm getting so much attention when it comes down to me just showing a video of sneakers. Like, I had Funkmaster Flex call my house one day, and he was searching for my number. He was able to find it. He was even hitting me up on the internet. Yo, I got to speak to you. I got to speak to you. He was just loving the videos. He was just telling me, yo, you got something special here. And, you know, I live near Funkmaster Flex. And he wouldn't give me the time of day to speak to me when it had to do with the music. But with sneaker stuff, he does more than just DJ. You know, of course, he's a personality, but he also produces a lot of shows and does a lot of stuff behind the scenes that people may not even know about, you know? For him to tell me, you got something special, and Funkflex doesn't give props to no one. For him to tell me that, I was like, really? I'm like, wow.
Wow, that's crazy how that works out.
He was gassing me, you know. He was like just telling me, yo, I love watching the unboxings. It's like, you know, suspenseful and all that. It was dope, you know. And I was like, wow, I think I really got something here. And at that time, I was already thinking, why don't I make a new channel, right? And I'll name it The Sneaker Addict, and put out a blog site at the same time, thesneakeraddict.com. So I bought the website, you know, thesneakeraddict.com, and I didn't mess with it at all because I didn't know how to blog at all. I'm still learning how to blog to this day. And I said, I'm going to announce that I'm going to have this new channel, right? And when I do, I'm going to announce it on DJ Delz TV, the old channel, and we'll see how many subscribers I get. So I announced it, and man, the amount of subscribers was crazy.
Wow.
It was flooding. I got contacted by YouTube saying like I broke like records for shit.
Wow.
You know, like most amount of subs on a debut channel and craziness. Like people were just flooding. They were flying to the channel like flies to shit, you know?
Yeah.
And it was because of the content, because it was passion. It wasn't like now everyone's trying to be internet famous. Everyone thinks they could just review shoes and retire in 20 years, you know?
Right.
And it was just, and even when I created that, it was just fun, you know? I just have fun. I will not do anything in life unless I'm having fun doing it. That's all I've been about. Like, people think I'm crazy that grew up with me. If I'm not having fun doing it, I'm not doing it.
Right. You have to have fun.
Some people are like, you've never worked like a 9 to 5, which is not true. I've worked 9 to 5s, but, you know, I was really young when I did. But, you know, I just like having fun. And I like doing new things. And it was exciting, man, when it first started, you know.
Right. And I mean, you know, you gotta work hard at, you know, at the things that it is that you want to do in life, you know, whether it be, you know, if anybody did want to do like the YouTube, like even like myself, like, you know, like this is a grind all the time. I do have my 9 to 5, you know, but this is something that I do on the side that I truly enjoy, you know. So like I couldn't just imagine like you being in the music and you're like knee deep in the music, and then, you know, like you're trying to holler at people and you're trying to close deals, and, you know, nothing's working out, and all of a sudden you do like the total opposite, and it's like everybody's now after you. I mean, because that's kind of like a funny story how like you try to holler at Flex and he never tried to give you like the day of time, and it's like now
trying
it's
to get
like
on the
with
radio, trying to get tapes to him, you know, it wasn't happening. But then it was so crazy when he was hitting me on Twitter, he was hitting me on Facebook, because he just watched the show when he was feeling it. You know, he shows mad love. I'm always on his blog, inflexwetrust.com. Make sure to check that out. Like, that dude shows me mad love. Like, it's crazy.
When, you know? when you were starting like all of this, because it seems like it was just like a bunch of people at one time, right? Like it was, you know,
it was me. I would say it was first Sneakgeekz, and then it may have been around the same time, but I think that Jumpman Bostic was a little bit before me, but not by much. And it was me, and then it was Franelations, that kid Sticky213, and J Star, 25. These were the guys doing videos, you know? If I missed someone out, I don't think I did, but I'm talking to OGs when it comes to this your YouTube thing. That's the forefathers of this shit right here, you know?
Right, because I'm not sure. I will say like Premium Pete, but I'm not sure if Premium Pete was even.
Never on YouTube.
Nah, right? Yeah.
He was never a part of that culture at all with YouTube. He sold sneakers and he had to connect. He was doing this thing like physical, like sneaker stuff at the retailers and stuff. He was never a part of the YouTube culture.
So in the beginning, like it's like a boom, right? It's you know, you have Sneakgeekz, which, you know, Sneakgeekz at that time was like this shit as well. So you have all these people. Did you ever feel like, damn, like I'm competing against like these big guys, or like was there any animosity like between anybody at that time?
We're competing for a good year, like, because it was who can review the shoe first, you know, and there wasn't that many people reviewing it. So there would be times I would get the shoe before him, and then when he would review the shoe, I'd go check his video, and people would go, you're late, Delz got it first, or vice versa. You're late, Geeks got it first. It was like friendly competition. It wasn't like
right, exactly.
Like mad or, you know, nothing like that. But it was definitely competition, and it's amazing how like the YouTube, like the whole like YouTube world, it kind of like shifted to like a real competitive mode as there became a little bit more and more coming in. You know, more YouTube channels coming in. They would all look up at the top guys, you know? And we would always have all the early sneakers, or just be able to, like, or we just know more about kicks, you know? Like, when I first started reviewing shoes, I didn't know shit about sneakers. Back when Sneakgeekz was reviewing shoes, I didn't know shit about sneakers, and that man knew shit about sneakers. He didn't know nothing about sneakers.
Yeah. So now you're doing this, and, you know, you get in the shoes, and it's a topic, like, I was just, like, reminiscing a little bit, and I remember one of the videos that you put was DJ Delz Exposed, right? Because everybody's talking about these early shoes and whatnot, and, you know, it kind of seems like even with the whole, like, the Sneakgeekz thing, like people, it was like kind of like everybody wanted to know like where these shoes was coming from, and you know, are these shoes fake? Are these shoes not fake? And you know, with these early releases, like, do you think that early releases are fake? Because for some people, early releases are fake. Like if you're doing a review on a shoe that doesn't come out till like, let's say October, and you're doing it in like mid-June, then some people would consider that that shoe is fake.
I love history, so I'm always going to go on a timeline. Just like with sneakers, that's part of the reason why I started really getting into details with reviewing shoes, because I wanted to learn more, because I'm a history buff with more than just sneakers, anything, you know, from movies, you know, anything. Actual world history, anything. Now, when Sneakgeekz started doing the early release stuff, right, and then I started doing it, there weren't, like, so many pairs available of early release stuff. There would be, like, one pair available, you know, 2 pairs available. It wasn't like now where you see on Instagram how many people are selling, like, fakes as reals, you know, and they got full-size runs, and it's just a whole bunch of BS, no?
Right, yeah, correct.
But back then, it wasn't like that. You had to know the right person to speak to, and you would be able to get the early shoe. So some people would say they're fake. Some people would say they're just early, because at the end of the day, if you look at the tag of this shoe, the shoe is made on a certain date, and it's usually 6 months before the sneaker releases. So that's where people are always getting it fucked up. The shoe is already made. It's sitting in the factory for 6 to 8 months before it even gets to the damn fucking stores, you know? And then it'll sit in the stores for about 2 weeks, give or take, sometimes 3. Back then, it wasn't like now. Like right now, if you have an early shoe, you're rolling the dice, because the early releases look better than the fakes. But when we were doing them, the early releases, they looked like, they didn't look like fake, like the fake shoes you would see on Canal Street or wherever, where it just
Right.
fucking, you know, like Jay Starr back in the days, like when he first started. See, I'm going into some history now, because what bothers me about the YouTube culture, no one pays attention to the history of the YouTube culture, and it's an amazing thing how it became where it's at now. You know, where you have these young kids that are just, they're killing it, they're doing their thing, but I don't think they really understand how hard people work to get it where it's at now, you know? And people put in a lot of work. And like Jay Starr, when he used to do the reviews, he only did real versus fake videos. That's all he did in the beginning. And it was easy to tell, because they would always mess up one part of the shoe. One part of the midsole would have the wrong color. The lining would be one color, would be off. You know, it would be something obvious, you know? But now, with the replicas, it's really hard. It's like, there's not a YouTube, there's an Instagram account. I forgot what the hell it's called. But they're always trying to point out the real versus fake.
I think it's called, I think the name of that page is called The Fake Education.
Yes. You see that? Do you follow them?
Yes, I do. I actually love that page, because like they actually help me out, like with, you know, like with little, like small things.
Yeah, shout out to whoever that guy is. And I think he actually started doing YouTube videos too. I'm pretty sure he did. Shout out to him. But you see now, when you look at his photos, it's little things, like the stitching is a millimeter off, and it's little crazy shit. It's not like before; it was dead obvious.
Yeah.
Like the problem with Sneakgeekz whole shit, and this ain't shots fired for anyone that's listening, me dissing. The problem with Sneakgeekz is, like, he reviewed the shoe at Air Jordan 6, and it said A-I, and then I think A, or something. It was supposed to say Air, but it spelled something different. I forgot. And he reviewed the shoe, and he didn't realize it was spelled wrong. Air was spelled wrong. And that's when it's like, you're supposed to be reviewing the shoe, right? Aren't you looking at the fucking shoe? Right? You know, like, I know people are going to instigate, shots fired. We're grown men, man. But, you know, I've done stuff that's been kind of stupid. People could point out, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
but it's like, that was the whole thing with him. Like, when he did that, it was like, I just smacked my forehead, like, yo, just keep it 100. Like, if I get a fake shoe, I'm going to say I got a fake shoe. I don't care. Who cares if you have a fake shoe? If you didn't know it was fake, who gives a shit? right? Or
yeah.
no? Does that take away your manhood if you bought a pair of shoes that was fake?
Because I mean, because it's like you said, it's not like, with these fakes, man, it's not like the obvious, right? It's not like if it's like a whole different color, or if it's like, like brown, like doo-doo brown, fucking like metallic fires or something. Like it's just like, it's like small things. And like, even like with that fake education page, you will be surprised, man, the stuff that they show you. And it's just so small. Like I remember just like recently, like just being at a consignment shop, and somebody came in to the store and was like, hey, I bought these Yeezys off eBay, and I just want to make sure that they're, that they're real. And I don't own any pair of Yeezys, but just like putting them side to side to this, to the one that they had at the store, everything felt so fucking real, down to the stitching, to everything. And it was just like the smallest thing. And what helped us was that page, because like I'm like, all right, well, let's go on to fake education. And when we went in there, it was like small things, like the serial number, like on the box, and like the way that the Y is. It's just like little small tiny things, but it's not like the obvious, right?
But back then it wasn't like that. It was obvious, like different shade of red. Like it was like, duh, you could see. But the thing that got me was, it was so competitive around that time. As I said, we're going back to this timeline.
Mm-hmm.
It goes. At that time, it was so competitive, right? I think Sneakgeekz was already gone. He was long gone already. He gave up because he couldn't handle the pressure.
Yeah, I mean, that was a lot of pressure, man. It was a lot of comments, a lot of,
I was dealing with the same type of shit as him. Not as bad, though, because he played himself, as Khaled would say. Like, congratulations, you played yourself. Because you reviewed the shoe. You're looking in the camera saying, with the Nike Air on, with the Jordan Air in the back, and it didn't even spell Air. And then he has to put it on the computer and review and edit the video after, It's not like dinosaur ages back then where you had to just shoot it once and then upload it.
Right.
So, and it killed me because I he's someone that I enjoyed watching that made me do what I did. I want to say he's an inspiration to me.
Right.
Because I did me. I didn't do Sneakgeekz. But he definitely brought the idea to my head. Like, there's a void. There's not much content out here. This is fun,
Right.
But that was my whole thing with him. Now, getting back to that video, because I'm all over the place. What happened was I kept getting a lot of people that were, like, shooting darts at me because of the fact that they were trying to get their attention. It was almost like that 50 Cent kind of thing, like trying to cause beef, trying to cause attention so that you could get your channel more attention.
Mm-hmm.
So people started calling my name out, trying to get their channel popping, and they were saying stupid shit like, oh, the bag is see-through. Like,
yeah.
43s, right?
Yeah.
But no one ever knew that. You seen the video? Did you see the lighting I have?
Yeah. It was like a ridiculous lighting. It was like, he was like, man, let me show you why you can see through the fucking bag. Let me take this thing off, and you could see like the light. It was just like one of like those like fluorescent like high
it was
lights.
Crazy. It was some office shit. So like the thing about me is, people think that I'm like. Some people, not a lot, I think maybe like 10% out of 100 think that like I'm some kind of sucker, which is okay because I don't mind being tested, because every time you come to test me, you're just gonna learn the hard way and look like a jackass. Mm-hmm. And I think that's what happened with that video, because after I did that video, I killed motherfuckers. I'm still waiting for that pair of Pantone 14s. I'm still waiting. No one was able to show me a pair. If that pair of Pantones was fake, right? You could just order it from the Chinese place and then just show me it, right?
Right.
No one showed me it yet. And it's been, that video is old. That video is like 4 or 5 years old.
Right. And it's not even a shoe that you see on people's feet often.
Exactly.
Or not even often, not at all.
People that really love what I've done for the culture and just to entertain people too, man. People, how many people thank me? They're like, yo, I've had the worst day ever. I lost my job, or like my girlfriend's being a bitch. Like, yo, I'm watching your videos. You making me happy right now. Like I get these videos daily. I get these comments daily. It's crazy. Like that's what the inspiration is, because the hate, it really could kill your soul.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't have right, if you don't have if you don't have like the thick skin, you really not gonna be able to take a lot of that stuff, man.
I'm from New York. When I was 4 years old, I seen my mother go into a coma right in my eyes. I was raised by myself. I've got, my skin is almost bulletproof. You know, don't try to test me though. I don't want you to try to see if it really is. But you know what I mean. I've got tough skin. I've lived a tough life. So some words ain't gonna do shit. You know, words ain't gonna. Do
Right,
nothing.
right. Have you ever been to hash anything out like with people that had like a misunderstanding about certain situations, and it's like now it's fixed and now y'all just fucking cool, or like there's
Yeah,
like
of
no going
course.
back?
Like I've had issues with a few people, and you know, they're completely fixed. Like I've actually hung out with them, ate with them, you know, done great stuff with them, you know. Listen, I'm all about having fun and getting money. You know, that's what I'm about now. You know, I'm not a 25-year-old running around Manhattan like a crazy person, you know, with all kinds of rappers and all these kind of goons and stuff. I'm not that guy no more. I'm a family man. That's why another reason why I stopped doing the music stuff is because it was either me going on tour with a rapper or two, and me not like being able to like have a family, you know, sit down, have kids, buy houses, stuff like that. You can't do that if you're on tour for a whole year.
Yeah.
What kind of relationship you're gonna have? You know what happens after the concert? You go to the club. But then after the club, you know, it's all night. You know?
Yeah.
How are you gonna have kids in a relationship? You know, I want that. I don't want to be the old man in the club. Like 50 years, like 20 years from now, I'll be 50 years old, single, no kids, or maybe just having a kid at 50. Like I want to have kids. I want to see their kids. You know.
The one thing that you said, which was real important, is that people just want to become YouTube famous overnight and like this like sensation, right? It's like everybody wants to be like the thing. And to me, like there seems like a ghost right now, because it kind of seemed like towards the end of last year, like the big thing was like Brad Hall, right? Brad Hall. Oh shit, Brad Hall. He's like the thing. He's like so funny. Oh my God, Brad Hall. And like to me, it was like the Brad Hall thing was like okay, but at the same time, it kind of seemed like he was like mocking. Like
yeah, he was definitely making fun of the whole YouTube thing. But I've learned in life as I gotten older, if you can't laugh at yourself, you know, I mean, you got to be able to laugh, you know, at yourself. And when I was younger, I couldn't do that, you know. That's why, like, sometimes I took shit a little too seriously, like when people would write a comment to me, you know. I would block them right away, you know. Because back then I was younger. Oh, we're all about respect. I'm from New York. Everything's respect. I can take a joke now, you know.
Yeah, it's like a whole different type of life for you, huh?
Dude, man, I'm like it's not even a competition. I'm done with like I'm literally just doing YouTube videos for fun, man, and because there's a following that just has been with me for forever, and then there's a new kid that tells me they subscribed yesterday. Like, you know, I'm proud of the young guys that came up that just started a couple of years ago, and they got, you know, they're on commercials and they're doing all types of shit that I dream about being in, like a commercial and stuff like that. And it's awesome, you know, to see the next generation come up. But that's what I was saying, like, we built the five of us that I mentioned. Maybe it was 6 or 4. We built it. There wasn't no one doing this shit, you know. And it was a look at me. I've been doing this for how many years? You know?
Yeah. And
that's dedication.
And definitely one of, in my opinion, one of the pioneers. You know, like definitely, you know, it's a name that's gonna go on for like as long as YouTube is around.
It's gonna go on because my name's already fading because the younger generation, which I don't expect, but they don't pay homage to someone like DJ Delz. They pay homage to Sneakgeekz still. But Sneakgeekz quit because his passion obviously ain't there for sneakers. When the last time you seen him show his new pickup?
Yeah, no, like he's really done with this. Like,
you don't have to do a video. How come you don't show a pickup? But he still tweets videos because he's trying to get traffic in.
Yeah, like he's definitely really done with it. But like,
I would love to see him come back and show his whole sneaker collection. Does he even have a sneaker? That was the question I wish, because I know you from that interview. I wish you asked him how many sneakers you own now.
Yeah, because he kind of seemed like
they're all gone. That's what I got from that interview. You know.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't say all gone, right? But like he kept on saying, yeah, you know, I still have a lot of like these shoes and boxes and stuff like that, and like, but then it kind of seemed like you ever get like when you speak to somebody and then like when they're done with something, it's like there's like kind of like no point in like bringing it up because it's just
it's like they're out of it.
right.
Kind of like if you talk like about music to some people that may have faded away from a certain genre.
Exactly.
Like if you go back hip hop to an older head now, they either up to date, they're like, yo, I fuck with this, I fuck with that, or they're like, you know, I'm listening to Wu-Tang, you know, like they done with the new stuff, you know.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, you know, when I was asking him, right, exactly. So when I was asking him, you know, about, you know, some of his favorite shoes and whatnot, you know, like, and like anything like recent, it was just like kind of like there was no, you know, interaction. So I'm like, yeah, like this guy is like really like, you know, totally out of it. But I definitely enjoyed, you know, just like being able to do that type of content, you know, with him because, you know, like you said, like he was like the guy in the beginning that everybody was, you know.
He's the first guy to do the videos. In my eyes, he was the first guy to do it. And then after that, I don't know exactly who was the first. I don't think I was I don't know who was the second. I do not think I was the second. I think I was somewhere in the third, around that area. But, you know, I could have been the second. I don't care. I don't really care. I just know that there was a circle of people in the beginning, and it was just me and about 4 or 5 other guys, and it was pretty fucking cool because, like, it was just us all having fun and watching each other's videos, and there was no dreams of becoming, you know, any kind of like star or anything like that. Not that I think I am a star, because I don't think I am, you know.
Right.
But you know what I'm saying.
So let me ask you this, and I'm not sure if this was like a rumor or like what ended up happening, or like if you're even like able to like speak on this. But last year they were saying that there was going to be, you know, a group of YouTubers that was supposed to do a collaboration with Saucony. And you was amongst one of those YouTubers. What's going on with that shoe? Like, did that shoe ever get finished? Are they ever going to release that shoe?
The shoe is actually finished, and I'm actually looking at it right now.
Nice. So I mean, like,
I just got it today in the mail.
I mean, so what could you tell like the people like? So I mean, like, how did this even start? Like, how did they even contact you guys to like collaborate like with this shoe? Like, I don't know if you can even talk about that.
Well, what happened is that, you know, they started realizing that there was a community of us that actually liked Saucony, you know, on YouTube, and they liked what we did. They felt like it was real, you know. There was actual real passion for the brand, and it was constant, you know, us showing love, and they were beginning to show love back. And before you know it, they invited us to Boston. They literally flew 10 of us to Boston. And we spent 3 days together, you know. We went all around Boston. We shot a documentary, which a lot of people don't know. But we shot a documentary. That's why you saw, like, on a lot of the Instagram stuff, there was, like professional video cameras and boom mics and stuff. There's a documentary that's, man, it's mind-blowing. Like, Saucony's on some total next, like, people have no clue. Like, Saucony's really on some other stuff. Like, they're taking it to a whole nother level, and people have no clue what's in store. And I can't really tell you, like, so much about it, but I can't say that, you know, they filmed a lot of stuff, and we were out there, and they got, you know, projects coming out with us. They've got a documentary.
So you have your own shoe, and everybody else has their own shoe, right?
Well, I can only speak for myself, really.
Okay.
You know, it's only right, so but you could much figure it out, you know?
So, I mean, was it hard, like, sitting down, coming up with a concept for the shoe? Was everything already, like, laid out? You know, like, what was, like, your thought process, you know, when doing the show? And I know you really can't even get too much as far as, like, what the shoe looks like.
Well, the whole thing was, it was a little overwhelming because we were all together in one room. So it was overwhelming for me to concentrate when there's so many different people going through materials and fabrics and stuff like that. So that was it wasn't overwhelming. Like, it was, I'm trying to think of the right word, but it was just hard for me to just be in my own zone when there was just so much noise in the room. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I wish it was quiet, you know? So, like, I just looked at the materials I wanted, and then, like, basically, like, you know, photographic memory, just snap, looking at stuff. And then I designed my shoe through just drawing it out at my own house after, when I came home.
Okay.
I literally just went through the materials And then, you know, as I said, I just like memorized what I wanted, jotted down a few things, and went home and sketched it out, and you know, that was it.
So
Pretty organic, you know, the way I did it.
But I mean, it's kind of dope though, because it seems like they chose y'all. It's like it kind of seemed like it wasn't like you fishing around trying to get this done. It kind of seemed like they reached out to y'all, you know, and y'all decided to do it, you know, and you know, it was like a fun thing, like, and that's actually dope.
One of the coolest experiences of my life, definitely.
So
I mean, think about it. Think about 10 YouTubers, right? You know all of them, right?
Mm-hmm.
You see their videos. You've never met them. Maybe some have met a few of them. I haven't met none of them.
Wow. So what was that like meeting all those people? I mean, like, what was that like meeting all those people, like, the first time? And
It was crazy. It was fucking crazy. Like, you know, me and Yo Anthony had a little friction at one point, but we talked before the trip, and everything was fine, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But we never met before. Like, I had T. Blake filming. Like, you know, like, I never met T. Blake. He's filming me. You know what I mean? As I'm approaching Yo Anthony, pretending to box him, like, playing around. It's on my YouTube channel. We're laughing and, you know, giving pounds and hugs. You know, it was awesome, you know. See, Kicks, I've talked to Kicks for years, like, so many years. I mean, Kicks used to be really tight, and then we faded away a little bit, definitely a little bit. And then we got back together and got cool. Because me and Kicks have a lot in common. There was just, like, a few, like, it's hard when you dealing with people sometimes. There's miscommunication, you know? But it was awesome. Like, it was just crazy seeing Foamer and Sneakerhead in the Bay. Like, you know, good dude, man. Good kid, man. I like Sneakerhead in the Bay. Like,
is there any type of, not specific release, but like when in the season you think that this is gonna, that this shoe is gonna come out to light, you know, where people can actually see it?
Should be coming out the end of the year. I could say that.
Okay.
It should be, but that's not definite. It could come out next year. But they're aiming. I mean, it's gonna be a big deal when it comes. It's not gonna be light. I think it's gonna be pretty crazy because there's 10 of us, you know.
Now, is this gonna be like limited runs, or is it gonna be like
That's
fair
what
amount?
I can't talk about right now.
Okay.
There's a lot of like stuff going on with that, and but all I know is my whole focus is that everyone that loves what I do, I really want to make sure they get a pair, and I'm trying as hard as possible to figure out ways that not only me, but I can like think of ideas for everyone to get their supporters the opportunity to cop the pair if they want to cop it. You know, I mean, I'm grateful for anyone that wants to buy my shoe. You know, I never thought this opportunity would ever happen. You know, I can't believe I got a shoe right here with me that I designed. This is crazy.
I mean, that's kind of...
And it's a sample, and it's not even done yet. Like, I have new ideas, so I'm bringing it back to get it fixed up.
Okay.
I'm dressing it up a little more.
Okay.
Maybe undressing it a little bit more. We'll say that.
Kind of like it will kind of be like bugged out, you know, that you see like people like reselling your shoes for like a crazy amount, and you're like, wait a minute, like this is not kind of like...
that doesn't happen.
Right, because it kind of seems like that's not your intention.
That will upset me. Because I hate the resellers. I think that's part of the reason why my channel has gone downhill a little bit, because a lot of sneakerheads are resellers. And I clearly said, I hate resellers. Because you fuck it up for the people that just, you know, they don't want to pay $250 for a pair of shoes. They only got, you know, $150 for the shoe, you know?
Now,
so you buy the shoe and then you turn around and try to sell it to the next man after. That's a dickhead.
Now, you know? Do you hate the reseller that buys for the intention to sell, or, you know, because in my opinion, I think that a lot of us are...
Listen, if you got a shoe that you've been sitting on for forever, or a shoe that you wore and it's time for it to go, you don't want to wear it no more, it's too dirty, I'm good with that.
Okay.
But when you're buying shoes online, you get the shoe, you turn around and you're like, oh, I got this shoe available, $350.
Right.
Like, you're literally turning around after walking in the store to the line and trying to sell it to the people on the line. You're a dickhead. That's what I hate.
Do you think that they are really the problem, or do you think that is that Nike really don't care, and that, you know, I mean, it is what it is type of thing?
Nike cares though now, because Nike's making enough pairs for the most part, except like the Kobe's and shit like that. But, you know, at the end of the day, you can also point your finger at the resellers. Hey, well, you know, we're not forcing them to buy the shoe. They're buying them, you know?
Do you?
So there's all different ways to look at it. Like when I say I hate, you understand? I'm from New York. The way I was born and raised, we speak really blunt. And I've learned from traveling that people don't get what I'm saying. They take shit to heart too much, and that's part of the reason why I think there's been some bumps in the roads with other YouTubers, because some people really take what I say really seriously, you know? Like if I say, yo, I hate Reseller, like I don't really hate them, you know?
Right. It's just you hate, like the action, like the fact that they're actually buying something just to get rid of it and not even like enjoying or like soaking in like
so
the
let's
moment.
Make that clear. For anyone that listens to this, anything that I said that could offend you, a lot of the times it's not really as deep as it sounds. Like if you look up the definition on the dictionary.
Right.
People are really sensitive with words, man. You really hurt people's feelings. And, as I said, I gotten older. I got 2 kids right now. Like, I'm a different man, you know? Like, I'm not 25 years old hanging out, like, on the 140th with Max B. Like, I'm not that guy no more, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a whole
Max
different.
B, by the way.
It's
like,
a whole.
True Life, who just got home.
Yes, yo, he literally just got released today.
Yeah,
and
that's my guy right there. Shout out to Ray's too. Shout out to the whole Lower East Side, LES.
I was like kind of like blown away because I was like, yo, True Life is actually. I'm like, this is actually kind of good,
It breaks my heart. You see, I was like really close with Max B. If he took the 10 years, he'd be out of jail right now. But he got 45 years now. No, 75 years.
Yeah, 75.
So,
75.
like, it hurts me to think that he could have been coming home. Like, he could have been calling me, fucking around. Yo,
and it's actually...
Like, all that. Like, it kills me. Because, to me, that rapper was one of the... Man, that dude was so gifted, man. He is so gifted. He's not dead. Hopefully, appeal will happen or something.
Yeah, man.
Go to
and now
on Twitter. Check out all of his information.
And I would definitely urge people, because I think I remember like earlier this year he did have a petition for on his website.
Yeah, they had to redo the petition now.
Wow. Yeah, that's crazy.
So you got to go back and sign up.
You got to go back and redo it. And like,
I mean, the guy's music's incredible. You see, he's on Kanye's album.
Yeah,
you know.
And it was like kind of a shame because the petition number was just so low. It was just like 1,100. Like when I did it,
people don't realize how powerful like the people are. Like how much people need like fans like when they need them.
Right?
Like,
exactly.
They're just like, oh, he'll never get out. Like people are like, oh, they don't need to do that.
Exactly.
Like they overlook stuff.
Like
and,
if you're a real fan, you definitely should have went to that website. And I still urge everybody to still go on the website, man, and just do the petition, because that could definitely change everything, And we don't know, I mean, a signature doesn't hurt anybody,
He's innocent. He's innocent. So you got an innocent man in jail.
Yeah,
simple as that.
Crazy. Now, I just kind of want to end it with, I know you're like a big wrestling fan.
Oh yeah, I love wrestling.
And
people are like, oh my God.
now here's the thing. Like when I was like a child, like I used to love wrestling, where to the point where I actually thought that I was never going to get out that phase. And it kind of felt like once like Steve Austin, just kind of stopped and like
the Attitude era died. When the Attitude era died, with
it's like
and Mankind, it kind of went to shit.
Yeah, man, it was just like not the same, and like ECW was just gone, and like the whole, like I remember at one point just flicking through the channel, like watching WWF, and then going to watch WCW, and then ECW was like it was just like one of like the the greatest experience as a kid, Now,
and WCW was so good. With,
oh my God.
NWA and then Goldberg
and the Summer Bash. I mean, like you couldn't tell me nothing when it was time for the Summer Bash. I mean, it was just like one of like the most best things. But like you, I mean, like it kind of seems like you're still into it. Like, do you think?
I love it. I mean, I go to like I'm trying to like grow like a channel for wrestling, because I enjoy talking about it with other like smart fans, like they look at the actual like the storylines and we predict what's going to happen next and stuff like that, And the reason why I got back into it, because I'm a lot like how you were, was that what happened is that Macho Man died, and then when Macho Man died, I was like, I got to turn on wrestling because I loved Macho Man. I literally met Macho Man, hung out with him. I remember him telling me, like, you know, Hogan. He was talking about Hogan being a jerk and shit like that. Like, it was crazy because he was putting out an album, a rap album, and the whole album was him dissing Hulk Hogan, and he was dead serious. And I wasn't into wrestling anymore then, but my friend, shout out to Freddie Figs, he used to be on MTV and a bunch of stuff. I think he still works for MTV, but he was so crazy about fucking Macho Man. He was like, yo, we gotta meet Macho Man, let's go. And we just got up with the RZA, because I used to do stuff for Wu-Tang Records back in the day. Shout out to everyone at Wu-Tang Records, Tammy and RZA and everyone. So I was just leaving RZA, and then we were going to Midtown to this radio place. Not this radio place, this music store. It was called FYE, right?
Okay.
And we going in there, and my boy had some, like, connect to go meet him before this whole in-store thing started. And I'm so mad I didn't take a picture with Macho Man, like, because, like, now I'm like, damn, man, that's Macho Man, you know, Randy Savage. Like,
Randy Savage.
Fucking Macho Man Randy Savage, you know? And, like, it was so crazy just talking to him, and I was doing the DJ thing. I literally had a drop. Like, he recorded a radio drop from my recorder.
Wow.
And he was like, yeah, it's Macho. And to this day, I cannot find that drop.
Wow.
I go through CDs and because I have so many spools of CDs,
Mm-hmm.
you know, like, I've got thousands of spools. So I used to do the mixtape thing, too, you know?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And, which died out because CDs are fucking dinosaur shits now, you know?
Now,
Like, no one fucks with CDs no more, really, you know?
but do you think
Everyone's
that?
on the internet.
Do you think that wrestling would ever feel what it felt like, you know, like when we were kids, like just like watching it, like
It'll never be like that because of the fact that too many kids watch it. Like, I have a 5 and a 6-year-old watching right now, right? And I don't want them seeing what the Attitude Era was, you know. That's kind of another reason why I'm still watching it, you know.
Right.
My kids watch it now. My nephew was watching. So, like, right around when Macho died, I started watching again because I had all these kids watching, you know. And it's just not the same.
Yeah,
but
man.
I love going to these events because I found out they have all these events sometimes, and you can meet like all the fucking old school wrestlers from back in the days, and it's crazy just to see that. Like I met like Ted DiBiase and like all types of like people. I literally have a video of me with Hacksaw Jim Duggan. He's screaming "Oh!" with me, like it's crazy.
Because I saw a video with you and Dallas Page too, right?
Yeah.
Wow, that's. I mean, but it kind of seemed like sometimes I actually try to sit down and watch it, but I'm like, wow, man, like,
it's not that good anymore.
You know, like what Stone Cold did, what the Undertaker did, you know, oh my God, man, like
Mick
you just
Foley was my favorite. I love Mick Foley, man. I actually got to meet Mick Foley, and he like drew like the Sacco for me and all that. I have that all on YouTube over at youtube.com/The Delz Show. And I'm going to be having my new podcast over there too, and plus iTunes. So check that out. Yeah,
definitely check that out. And one of the things is that to me, there was a lot of like underrated, like talented wrestlers, you know, like to me, like I did enjoy like, you know, like, let's say like Goldberg and like Doink the Clown and like, you know, like it was a couple other more that wasn't as popular because as a kid, you know, you always had Hulk Hogan, Andre the Giant, Macho Man Randy Savage, Bret the Hitman Hart. Like you just like those were like the main guys, but then you had small guys too that was like talented, you know. But it's like,
oh yeah, you had like Rey Mysterio.
Oh man, Rey Mysterio, man, that's you're definitely taking it back. But I'm gonna be honest though, one thing that and this is kind of just like a compliment to you, and you know, like I'll definitely, you know, tell you, you know, to keep on, you know, going. You know, like there was a time in your life where, you know, like things, you know, it was like the storm of the middle of everything. It's like you have the YouTube channel. I know that your mother was ill at one time, and then you know, like she passed away, and it, even like with your mother passing away, like that never actually stopped you from doing, you know, what you like. And I'm pretty sure that at some point, like, that was like a big depression thing. And that was like, I'm pretty sure that you probably felt like you just wanted to like give up, you know, but like it's actually.
Yeah, but what am I going to do?
Right, exactly.
I'm a grown man. I can't just stop doing what I'm doing. You know, I got to live my life.
But
and that was the whole thing. It was difficult. Like, the day after my mother's funeral, I was booked to interview, which is crazy because she passed away too. I was booked to interview Big Ange from Mob Wives, and she passed away, and it's bugged out, you know.
But
I got to keep working.
You just got to understand though that some people.
I had to do this whole shoot with her.
Right, but you got to understand though. You got to understand that some people take things differently though. Like,
I think of the people that are waiting for that next video, so I have to do the next video. I don't want people to be disappointed they didn't get the new video, you know?
Right. So, I mean...
That's the whole thing. Like, I like entertaining people. People are expecting the next video, so that's why I still do it.
And it was kind of dope. I mean, like, even like with that, like, you still decided, you know, to just keep on going and, you know, like, you didn't stop, you know? And I was like, you know...
I haven't stopped once.
And that's what I admire about you, to be honest. Like, that's like one of like those things where it's like, wow, like this.
That's why no one could anyone that badmouths me is a hater as far as with sneakers, because I've done so much as far as showing what real passion is. I mean, come on, 8 years? Maybe I won't put out a video for 3 days, 4 days most. 8 years?
Consistently every other day or every day.
That's unheard of.
But
you know, that's some crazy shit. That's some sneaker addict shit. I mean, it goes with the damn channel. I got over 2,000 videos. That's insane.
Yeah, and that's why, like, I definitely give you, you know, like the big ups, man, because you definitely didn't stop in the midst of all that. And, you know, the fact that you definitely gave, you know, somebody like me a chance to even do an interview with you, you know, like without even asking, like.
Now. It's about me just being, you know, someone that was from, you know, the beginning of the shit and keeping it going. I can't look at the past. I got to look at the future. You guys are coming up. I'm trying to work with you guys.
Right. I mean, because you didn't even ask like, yo, like, it's just kind of cool because it's like, you know, some people think that.
Ask for money? What am I
No, but
do something, let's do it. I'm down for whatever. You see, I put out a show too called Kicking It. How many YouTubers I put on that show?
Right, but here's the thing though. Some people, they think that, you know, you're in a position where it's like you're looked up to and everything. And it's like, you know, you might have some people that may, you know, that if I reach out to them, they might be like, well, how many subscribers do you have? And let me look at, you know, like what this guy is about. But the fact that you didn't do any of it.
I don't care. All I care about is if I like what you do. And if you did a body of work that impressed me, like, for instance, you did the interview with Dallas Penn, and then you did the interview with Sneakgeekz. So I was like, okay, fine, 2 for 2, let's rock, you know? You got to show me you got something. I'm not just going to work with anyone.
Right.
The thing is, man, like, I love this shit. So I'm all about just doing this because I enjoy it, you know? As I said, I got the show Kicking It. I put YouTubers on there that's, you know, like, I put people on there that I like. That's doing YouTube videos. That's doing all types of shit. You know, I also have rappers like Currency on it.
Yeah.
Terminology.
That was pretty dope. I like that video, like with Currency and how he was talking about,
Noriega.
you know.
Shout out to Nori. Make sure to check out his podcast.
His podcast is amazing.
Is out of here. Fire.
His podcast
EFN, I see you. You know, like, see, I mixed in the music with the sneaker culture, you know.
And that's dope.
I got Homer Simpson on my show with Liz Taylor, who's a porn star, and Currency. How crazy is that?
How did you even think about that?
But that's what I'm saying. I'm still on some other shit. That's what I'm saying. My shit ain't gone yet. It's just that I gotta reboot my stuff because there's a new generation of kids that are just kicking ass now, you know. And the range of a fucking sneakerhead, right, is like 3 years. Mostly, and then they stop doing it. I'm telling you, because I've been doing it for so damn long, I've seen it. You know how many people I run to in the mall and they say, yo, I used to watch your videos, I just don't like sneakers no more. Can't believe you're still doing it, though. Dope.
Yeah.
Like, they're older guys, they're just not into it no more, you know?
Now, before I even end this, because you know, even like with the rappers, can you tell like who's like the real sneakerhead like in the rap community, or is everybody just getting on this wave? Because now we have Khaled, and you know, it seems like Khaled is like the god of the sneakers, right? Like
Khaled just likes sneakers, because if you look at old videos and old magazine covers, he was always wearing dope shit, you know.
Okay, so like he truly likes shoes. He just doesn't know like the name of anything.
He doesn't know about sneakers. Like, he doesn't know what names some are. I think that's why he nicknames them, you know. Like,
yeah.
There was a video on YouTube where and I'm not dissing Khaled, because I actually love what Khaled's doing. I'm not even gonna say that shit, because I really enjoy Khaled. I don't want to even come off the wrong way. Like, Khaled's cool, man.
So I mean, like, what does it take now to pop off like in the YouTube world? Like, because I guess
I don't even know. I mean, you know, you gotta look good for one. You know, you gotta have a good, cool look to yourself for one. You gotta know how to talk. You gotta be unique, entertaining. Because you can't just be like, oh, when the color is blue and this is red, and, well, thanks for watching. No one wants to see that shit, you know? They want to see, like a young dude, you breaking it down, or even, doesn't even have to be super young, you know, someone that knows this shit. Like, I know sneakers now. Like, you give me a Jordan, I will break that shit down like nothing, you know? Compared to before, when we were talking about in the beginning, the colors and, you know, just pointing out colors. I know technology better than, just as good as anyone on YouTube. Just as good as anyone on YouTube, I know just as much as them.
I definitely want to thank you, man, for coming on. Everybody, definitely feel free to download my free app. It's KillaKicks. Is available for iPhone and iPhone. It's, you know, is a free app, so please just download it for iPhone and Android. And, you know, just to everybody, man, I'm glad for everybody that tuned in. This is probably one of like my most exciting podcasts that I've done, because there was just so much great conversation going on. So definitely, everybody, peace out, and I'll see you next time.
And don't forget, subscribe, youtube.com/The Sneaker Addict. We out of here.
Blah.